left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Dangerous times, don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world and keep the sky on your mind. Get on board. We're soaring on top of the so high, I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through. Dangerous times, don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world and keep the sky on your mind. Get on board. We're soaring on top of the
Hello there. Hello. Here we go. Let's get that spinning view right there. Welcome. Welcome to today's live stream. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope everybody is doing well. Okay, and as you can see, today's live stream is going to be the Lineage 1000 by Xcrafts here in Explain 12. And sorry about that, I have not updated the nav bar there. Let me fetch the new sim brief plan. We're going to fly from New York to Philadelphia today. There we go, that's much better. I've got the nav bar going there. Let's go back to taking a look at our lovely little jet here. So this is the Lineage 1000, and it is a business jet, a corporate jet, and it's pretty cool. It is obviously on the high end of luxury there. It's pretty beautiful. This is the one we're going to be flying here out of New York into Philadelphia. Now, I do remember that I promised you an extreme weather flight. And I would not fulfill my promise if I did not deliver on that today. So I wasn't planning on doing an extreme flight. I completely forgot about it. However, because I promised for the past 2 live streams that this would be an extreme flight live stream, I'm going to go ahead and make sure that the weather is pretty rough as we come into Philadelphia. Okay? So it's not going to be an easy flight today. It's not going to be comfortable. First of all, we're in X-Plane 12. Completely different feel to Microsoft Flight Sim. In my opinion, better. And we're flying the Xcrafts Embraer series. Well, basically, this is a Lineage 1000E. And it's not an easy aircraft to fly. It is not an easy aircraft to fly, hand fly. Otherwise, it's very easy in terms of the avionics and stuff. Just in terms of hand flying it, it's not so easy. So, that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's just jump into the flight here without further delay. Just going to get started here. Okay, brilliant. So today's flight plan, let's have a look at our little nav map here, just so we have an idea of what we're looking at in terms of flight plan today. Let me bring up a little nav map. There we are. Okay, today's flight plan, it takes us out of New York. We're taking off from runway 22 right. Okay, right here. And we're going to fly on to Philadelphia we're just taking off direct today. No departures. Really no need for one. I don't think we can even accommodate one as the flight plan is so short. And we're going to fly directly into Philadelphia. Again, no arrivals into Philly. We're going to take the ILS direct. So we're going to fly directly towards the ILS. And we're going to fly into runway 27R using the ILS today into Philly. All right. So that is what we do. Okay, that is what we do. Let's get this party started. Okay. Very, very well today. Okay, we've got nav aids displaying. I don't want that. Let me just remove the nav aids. We don't really need to see those. But we can see the rest of them. Okay, so very simple flight plan here from New York to Philadelphia. I'm going to put that away for the time being. And let's go ahead and get our aircraft started up and booted up and all that good stuff. Before we do, let's take a quick look at New York today. This is default New York for X-Plane 12 with the airport enhancement pack running, which is why you see some improved markings. At least I hope so. And you've got auto running as well as Global Forests version 2 running as well, which is the lovely trees there. I also have Sim Heaven running too. So yeah, that all running. We've got our New York area right here. Plenty of boats everywhere. New York City is off to that side right there. Not a lot of the buildings show up at this distance, but that's okay. I think it still looks quite fine here. So yeah, there is a beautiful looking scene there in X-Plane 12. Default airport. For the default airport, it looks pretty decent enough. I don't have any paid airport in X-Plane 12. I don't think I have a single paid airport in X-Plane 12. I hear that 12.3 is going to have a handcrafted Dubai airport, so that's something I'm really looking forward to. Obviously, that's home base of the channel there. That's something I'm really looking forward to, but yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff. All right. So I have chosen Dubai as the home airport for the channel, and yeah, I can't wait to get that free airport in Explain 12.3. I don't even know if the update is out. I need to check some stuff, don't I? Anyway, I need to get my hands on some paid airports here in Explain 12. Probably New York should be one of the ones in my list. But for today, I'm going to fly out of this not so terrible default airport. At least it's better than non-handcrafted default airports in Microsoft Flight Sim. So, okay, that all being said, we've taken a quick look at the surroundings. Let's go ahead and jump in our aircraft and get this party started. Let's go first of all here, remove all the engine covers. We can leave the ground objects straight for now. Let's request some loading here. Payload, block fuel. Payload is 27. What? That doesn't make any sense. Oh no, it's in kilos. I believe my weights are in kilograms. Are they in kilograms? Let me have a look. I'm afraid so. I'm afraid they're in kilos. I need to change that into pounds. No, they're in pounds. Oh, we only have... Oh, I forgot. Never mind. I forgot that this was an Embraer commercial jet. This is just the business jet. So yeah, our payload is just 2760. We're only carrying 12 passengers today. So let me go ahead and view that load sheet right there. Looking good. 2 adults, 1 child. Forward lounge, 4 adults. Okay, that's fine. Why is there a child on board? I don't know. Cargo bay 443. That makes about... Yeah, that makes sense. Dispatch approved. Let's load that plane. There we go. Brilliant. Takeoff performance. Let's come here and do a little bit of a calculation here before we even get started with the aircraft. That is something that I'd like to do here now. All right. So let's have a look. Takeoff flaps F1 T01, takeoff weight, estimated takeoff weight 7968. That is okay. That's okay. We can go with that. Wind at the moment, we need to take a look at all of that. Wind in KJFK at the moment is 210 at 10 degrees. So let me just go ahead and put that in. 210 at 10 degrees. No, 210 degrees, 10 knots is what I meant. My bad. Temperature today, it is 25 degrees Celsius. So just a mostly pleasant, slightly warm day perhaps. QNH is 30.18. Okay. Okay. All right. There we go. In what? In inches of mercury. That's correct. Takeoff weight. We're gonna leave that. Let's compute our takeoff data here in advance. There we go. We've got a bunch of stuff here. Flaps 1, runway 04 left. Oh, runway 04 left. No, we're not taking off from runway 04 left. Got it. So if you remember in my last live stream, remember how I said things look a little bit funny? When I was coming into takeoff, it's because although I had the correct thing set in the FMS at first, I did not select the right runway from here. And when we send the data to FMS, it picked up the wrong runway for takeoff. That is what happened. Now I realize that. So let me go ahead and do that right here. For today, we're taking off from the beautiful runway 22 right. I don't know if the runway is beautiful. I just said that for no reason. 22 right, that means we're going to have to recalculate all of that stuff. Let's compute that once again. There we go. That is much, much better. That is much, much better. We're going to send this data to the FMS. Obviously, the FMS is turned off at the moment. That's okay. We don't need to worry about it just yet. Brilliant. We're looking good, ladies and gentlemen. With all of that done, let's go overhead here and get our beautiful aircraft started up. Let's go on. Let's go on with that too. Why not? Let's go armed with that. Let's go on with that. Let me come back to the tablet for a second here. Go to ground services, get that GPU connected up right there. Okay, let's put that in use there as well. Looking good. Looking good. All of that is looking fantastic so far. And we don't need to do anything else pretty much. That's yeah, we don't need to do anything else. Okay. We've got GPU connected and we are ready to go. We are ready to go, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, we won't be able to do much in the way of boarding because, you know, obviously Explain is not good with the ground services. So it needs a really good ground services add-on. But apart from that, you know, I think Explain is fantastic. I think it's underrated. I know a lot of people appreciate it, but I feel like it's underrated. Especially people compare it to Microsoft Flight Sim, but nah. I feel like Explain is the real deal. It's a real flight sim. Microsoft Flight Sim is it's a bit of a game. I'm sorry to say that. I enjoy both, as you can tell. I fly 2020, 2024 and Explain 12 on my channel. Not trying to hate on a simulator here, but it's just what it is, man. At least in my humble opinion. Anyway, now that we've got the nonsense out of the way, let me go ahead and see what else we need to do to set up here. Apparently nothing. Okay. Very, very good. Very, very good. We're not going to run the APUs just yet. We'll do that as we come into load, or as we pretend to load the aircraft. Okay. So let's check all of this stuff. Apparently one click is enough for all of them. I did not know that. I do now though. I do now. All right, whatever. Okay, all that is done. What else do we have to do here? Nothing else. Making sure that the throttles are good. Yes, they are. Flaps are good. Parking brake is set. That is looking good. That is looking good. Everything here is looking fantastic. Let's go ahead and tune in our FMS here. You know what I'll do? I'll also go ahead and open up, if I can. Can I open the stairs from here? Right here, I'll do the air stairs from here as well, although we could do it from the inside. Wait, that's more fun, right? Let's do it from the inside. It's more fun. Okay. So let's go ahead and come on, head on into this beautiful cabin, which, by the way, the cabin is absolutely stunning on this. Look at this. This is just crazy, man. Look at that. You can manipulate the lights, you can move it around. That is just crazy good. I love this cabin. This is such a good cabin. Okay, this is such a good cabin. It's incredible, incredible. Anyway, let's go ahead and open the door. Look at that beautiful animation there, and we can take a quick peep outside. Since our flight is short, we can mess around a little bit on the ground today. Take a really close look at this beautiful aircraft. Here we are, basically outside the aircraft. Look at it. It's beautiful, beautiful. Okay, absolutely wonderful. I'm a little bit tired myself. I would love to. That is a very inviting little couch, isn't it? Anyway, let's go ahead and let me go ahead and get that air stairs going for us. Look at that. So that our VIP passengers for the day can board in style. Look at that. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful animations there. Very good. Very, very good. Now, if we come to our luxury cabin here, this is more of a corporate jet, more or less, isn't it? It does have the capacity to carry a lot of people here. Beautiful, beautiful stuff here. Some champagne and the likes. We can open this, can't we? I know we can open some of this stuff. I forgot how to do that. Oh, that is the door here. My bad. I thought we could open this stuff. Oh, wait. The opening of the cupboards. That was the Flight FX Cessna. That's another beautiful jet that I need to take a closer look at, man. But anyway, look at how beautiful this is. We can't interact with that stuff. That's a shame, but still. Oh, that's good. That's some good stuff right there. Yep, we can do that. That's fantastic. We can run up these lights, which is fantastic. We can close those. We already saw that. That's cool. Fiji water bottle. There we go. We can manipulate the blinds as well. That is really cool. I love that. I love that. Okay. Beautiful stuff. What is this for? Hey, what is here? Let me take a look at it. Let's take a look at it. What is here? Oh. Look at that, would you? That's so cool. It actually works. Who would have thought? Got a beautiful wing view here. Once again, beautiful cabin, absolutely stunning, and etc, etc, etc. Anyway, that's enough of a look in the cabin. That's pretty much what we're gonna get here. Let's go back in here and begin programming in our route for today. We've wasted enough time, but our route is short today, so not a big deal. Let's go to the menu. Let's go to the perf. Let's go. That's what we need. Okay, route here. KJFK destination is KPHL, which is Philadelphia. So that's it. Okay, I don't know how to do the flight plan request and stuff like that, so I don't know how to do it. Let me try. Is it if I do KJFK and I do KPHL like this and I put it here, it's an invalid entry. So I don't know how to work this so that we can get our flight plan automatically from SimBrief. I don't know if the integration is actually there. I'm going to activate this. Okay, flight ID as usual. We're going to go with our classic FDNX. Let's go to our departure. Let's go to, where are we departing out of? We're taking off from runway 22 right today, and we're not using any departures. We're just going to get on out of there just like that. So we're going to apply that, and we're going to fly direct to Dixie. Dixie is a waypoint, so we're going to go to Dixie. Okay, well, let's put that in. Direct Dixie, USA. Yeah, there's two of them. I'm going to go with the first one. And then we're going to go via an airway. Didn't think we'll catch an airway for a short flight like this, but apparently there is. I'm going to take that to Jeems. Or right there. We're going to fly directly to the VOR OOD. Just like that. Oh. Is one of... Oh, sorry, my bad. I supposed to put that here. And then direct to KPHL is correct. We're flying in direct pretty much. We're going to activate that for our arrival today. Runway is going to be runway 27 right into Philadelphia using the ILS 27 right. And are we using a transition today? Absolutely not. Or are we? Let me have a look. Let me have a quick look in little nav map. Let me cheat a little bit there. We are not using a transition. No, we're not. Yeah, it's a very simple flight today. There's no real room for all of that fancy stuff today. Okay, so we're going to apply that. There is a discontinuity there. We can delete the discontinuity like so. And we're going to activate it. Now we can go to our performance and all that good stuff. So let me do that. Okay. Performance initialization. Alternate fuel for today is going to be, I'm going to read that off the OFP here. It is 2082. So 2082, I don't even know where our alternate is. Some pilot. Cruising altitude today is just going to be 16,000 feet. As you know, very short flight today. Our zero fuel weight is given as, we can look at the tablet for that. What is our zero fuel weight? weight and balance. Zero fuel weight is 72,367. So let me put that in. 72,367. Okay, there we go. Takeoff center of gravity should be here as well. TOCG 17.1. Now let's put that in. Ooh. 17.1 there, ladies and gentlemen. That is done. Okay, let's move on. Climb speed, cruise speed, descent speed. I'm not going to mess with any of that stuff. Okay, to data set. Takeoff, it's going to be derated to 1 there. As a matter of fact, we don't need to worry about any of this, right? We can just come here and load the takeoff speeds. Okay. So if we go back to performance, takeoff, TO init right here. Okay, performance init. Okay, let's go to dataset. Takeoff TO1. Okay, we're going to enter that. Takeoff temperature today, it is supposed to be 25. So I'm going to put some 25 and all of this is fine. Is flex temperature going to be on today? We're not using flex today, are we? I don't think so. So I'm going to come back in here. That's all fine. FMS takeoff is going to be wind. Is going to be 210 knots. So 210/10 knots. That's it. It is dry today. Runway slope is not 0 though. I am pretty sure the slope is not 0. So I'm going to go ahead and check out what the slope is actually going to be here. Give me a second, guys, to check that out. Okay. That is going to be... What is the runway slope here? Gradient is negative 0.01. This is runway 22R out of KJFK. It is negative 0.01. So that's 0% for us. We're not going to really bother with that, are we? No, we're not. Okay, that looks good to me. Looks good to me. Next page. Flaps 2. That is not correct. We're going flaps 1 today. So let's go ahead and select that for us. Flaps 1, takeoff center of gravity, takeoff temperature 25 degrees Celsius. That is correct. Yes, it is. Mode, flex temperature is not on today. That is good. We're looking good. Let's go to takeoff. Those are our speeds. Double confirm 117, 25, 32, 79, and that is correct. Pitch trim 1.5 up for us today. So we're gonna need to set that pretty much, right? So let us do that. 1.5 up is supposed to be the trim. Can't seem to narrow it. There we go. 1.5 up as our pitch trim. Takeoff pitch at 11 degrees today. Hopefully we won't need all 11 degrees. Let's find out anyway. So that is done. Okay. That is done. If we come there, we've got our VNAV. We got everything we need. We're looking absolutely brilliant here. Fourth page is this. Okay, looking good, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we are looking good. Just give me one quick second and I shall be right back. All right, I'll be right back. Just a minute. I am back. That wasn't long. All right, brilliant. All that is done. I'm going to leave these two open here. Let's go ahead overhead and get our APU started here. Let's put that on. There we go. And let's go ahead and start our APU. Let's go back down there. APU is starting up, ladies and gentlemen. That is good. Let's go outside, take a look at it. Well, at least we can hear it. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. With that done, we are going to... Is the cargo door open? Why is the cargo door open? Oh, it is open. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and shut that. I'm going to go ahead and shut that. We don't need GPU anymore, so I'm going to go ahead and shut that. Okay, looking good. Looking good. APU bleed is already on. That's good. Okay. Let's now go ahead and prepare our pushback. So we'll do that right away here. Pre-plan. Okay, I think I know what to do. We're gonna turn our plane around here. And we want it facing this way. Yeah, that'll do it. So we want it on this line right here. Okay, so we're going to... Yeah, I think that is better. Yeah, we'll leave it right there. Okay. Wait, did that register? No. Okay, let me go ahead and try that again. And we also have to change the weather here, guys. Don't forget that. We do need to do that as well. So let's go ahead, put it right here. Okay, so we'll put it right here. Brilliant. We'll press that.
Round to cockpit.
There we go.
Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
Yes, sir, will do. Let's go ahead and close our... We'll remove our ground objects. We need to get rid of these two. And then we are ready to push back and hopefully get on out of here. Okay, just making sure our lights are all looking good for the time being. Yes, they are. Let's go on, get on out of here. There we go. Stairs are going back in there. Looking good. Doors closing there. Looking good. Let's go ahead and request our pushback.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Let's make sure everything is ready here. Yes, it is. So we can put that away. Tow is driving up. Oh yes, I nearly forgot. I nearly forgot about setting the weather here. So we need to do that, don't we?
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Let's go to flight configuration. Let's customize our weather. Okay, so let's do manually. Let's do... How about... large cell thunderstorms? No, that's going to be terrible for us. You know what? Let's try it. Let's try it. We're going to apply these changes. And then let's see how it goes. There we go. This is probably what we need. Right? So let's go ahead. Look at that. That is the weather we need. There we go. Our nose is being raised, which is brilliant. Let's go ahead.
So
Get the
connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
release parking brake.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Beacon lights on there. Okay, that's fantastic. Ready to start engines. Let's go ahead, start the first engine. There we go, engine number 1 starting up. There we go, reverse is now available. Let's do the same with engine number 2. Okay, engine number 2 starting up.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Let's set that parking brake.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Reverse is available. Let's go ahead and close that up. Okay, looking good. We'll wait for the taxi lights here. Auto brake to RTO here. Altitude will go directly to our cruising altitude of 16,000 feet. Is there anything else we need to do? There we go. Auto throttle right there. That is good. Disconnect and hand signal, please. Thank you very much. We can go ahead nav. We can go ahead VNav. Oh yeah, we need the FD to be on first. Where is the FD again? Where are you, Mr. FD? Oh, there you are. There's the FD. We need nav on. We need VNav on. There we go. LNav, VNav armed there. Okay, clear that message because we try to.
And has been removed. Hand signal will be on the right. We'll see you next time and have a great flight.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. There we go. Tug is getting going away at least. Let's take a look at it. Nearly crashed into that car there. Come on, give us a signal so we can bugger off. There is the signal. All good, mate. Thank you very much. Let's go ahead and turn on our taxi lights here. We'll turn on our logo lights, and every light we have available can go pretty much to the on position. And then we need to drop our flaps to takeoff of position number 1 so we can have a look at it right here. There we go. That is a beautiful looking wing right there. That is a very, very, very beautiful looking wing. Okay, here we are back in here. We no longer need the APU to be running. We can turn that off. We are looking all set for taxi. So let's go ahead, taxi on to runway 22R here. and get ourselves out for a quick and easy departure. So let's go ahead and get that out of here, and we are rolling, ladies and gentlemen. We are rolling. Oh, we need the wipers to go on now. So I'm gonna go ahead. Where are the wipers? I don't know where the wipers are on this thing. Where are the wipers? Where is it? Oh, there it is. Put that on low there. Good. I like that it actually wipes it. In certain aircraft, especially in MSFS, the windshield wiper doesn't actually wipe anything away from the windshield. So that's kind of annoying. Okay, we're gonna turn. Oh, no, sorry. We're gonna continue here. Looking good. Look at that water ahead of us. That is gorgeous. Beautiful. We should make a turn here to the right. Yes, there we go. Let's make that turn. It's a little too late to be doing that. There we go. Brilliant. We're not going to take the first left. We'll take the one that's coming up. Okay. Ooh, what are we doing? What are we doing? Sorry about that. I missed that turn. I was not focusing. I was busy trying to adjust my mic there. My bad. We got to make this turn here. Okay. Yes, there we go. There we go. So we need to make that turn. We'll make this turn and then we'll find ourselves at the edge of the runway there. Perfect. Yeah, excuse me about that taxi right there, but yeah, well, not a big deal. Coming up on 40 something minutes on the ground. I don't like to spend that much time on the ground, but today, since the flight time is only 30 minutes, it's not going to hurt us. It is not going to hurt us. So let's continue here. Or rather, slow taxi. Onto runway 22 right. Look at that. The contrast is just a little too much today. I don't know what's going on with that, but overall looks like a good scene. It does. Okay. Coming up on a funny little junction here. We're gonna slide off to our left now, and then we're gonna turn a little bit to the right. We're going to take the taxiway on the right. There we go. Everything else looking pretty normal here. Looking good in the cockpit. Let's put that up for takeoff there, so we have better visibility. Okay. We've got to go this way right here. There we go. And now it's just pretty much straight on to runway 22 right. Why am I having such a hard time taxiing today? Okay, looks good. Looks good. There we go. That is good stuff. We're gonna cross runway here today, but that's okay. We have no traffic injection in X-Plane. Even if we do, I don't think anybody cares. So yeah, here we go. But out of good practice, we're just gonna look left and right. We are all clear, ladies and gentlemen. We are all clear. Okay. There we go. Continuing on to runway 22 right. Taxiing a little quick here for the rain, but that's okay. End of the runway coming up. There we go. That is pretty much it. That's as far as we want to go. Ooh, there's a lot of water here. A lot of water here. Okay, let's go ahead and pump the brakes on that a little bit. Turn our jet around this way. There we go. Holding short, runway 22 right. Put that brake on. Let's go ahead, turn on our takeoff lights here. Or landing light rather. We'll put our strobe lights on. We'll go to TARA on the TCAS. Okay. That should get us ready. Mr. Anas there, hello. Hello. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's live stream here. We're going to go ahead with our takeoff. We're doing an extreme weather landing into Philly. It's not that extreme. It's just a regular thunderstorm, but I thought I would baby step myself into it. Okay, so we're looking like we're pretty much ready to take off here. Just going to go ahead and release our parking brake. Take a look at the takeoff configuration.
Okay. Takeoff okay.
Okay. Takeoff okay. Let's go ahead. Look at that beautiful scene. My gosh, that is beautiful. Obviously, I'm going to leave the PFD on the side here for takeoff, but that is looking absolutely gorgeous. Let's look out the other side here. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're leaving behind New York. We're leaving behind... Well, we're not yet, but you get my point. That is a good looking scenery there. Look at that runway. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. This is a scene only X-Plane can give you. This is a scene only X-Plane can give you. See, one of the things I hate about MSFS is the fact that it presents the visuals from the point of view of looking through a camera, whereas X-Plane is more like looking through your eyes. So that is something that I really like about X-Plane. Okay, let's go ahead and clean the stream here for takeoff. There we go. We're gonna have a clean screen here for takeoff. I don't know what's wrong with my taxiing today. You're gonna have to excuse it, but there we go. We got plenty of runway there. Okay, let's just line up a little better, and then we're gonna kick in with the throttles. All right. Okay, press that button right there. We are on takeoff roll. Good. Let's go. Rotate. Ooh, bumpy. Whoa. Get up. Okay, that is not looking good for us. This is so bumpy. Giving it off to the autopilot there. Nav, VNav. There we go. That is crazy. Ooh, that is a bumpy flight. We are in for a bumpy flight. Let's go flaps up soon. Turn that off. Turn these lights off here as well. Okay, that is a rainy one. Look at that. Ooh. Just remembered we didn't do a flight check control there, but that is a rainy one. Let's get rid of that. Everything looking good here? Yes, we are. Okay. We're looking good. As we climb onto it, 16,000, autopilot, and all of that good stuff working. Let's take a quick look outside. Woo! That is rough. That is rougher weather than... Oh my god, that is rougher than I thought it was gonna be. Look at the way we are struggling, ladies and gentlemen. That is not easy. In fact, if we go to this view, we won't see a thing. Look at it. We are in the midst of it. Look at that. This is cool. This is coolio. Okay, that is concerning. Have I just signed up for something that was totally unnecessary? Oh, there we go, a break in the clouds there. We oh, that's beautiful. Let's take a look at that. Oh, good lordy, look at that. Look at that. That is beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. We need to take a cinematic look at it. Look at that. Wow. This, oh look, would you look at that? Let's turn off our wipers there. Man, that is gorgeous, isn't it? Wow. I have never seen Microsoft Flight Sim look this good. Just saying. From very high altitudes, X-Plane looks better. There, I said it. I said it. Which is why for airline flying, IFR flying, you use X-Plane. But for VFR, yep, Microsoft Flight Sim. But look at how beautiful this is, man. Let's see how beautiful this is. Let's have a cabin view too, of course. Here you go, mate. Hope you're enjoying these cabin views because it's absolutely gorgeous. Goodness me, that is beautiful. That is probably one of the best scenes I've ever seen in Flight Sim. This is why X-Plane, guys. This is why. Completely different feel. Damn, that's beautiful. Imagine if X-Plane could develop graphics of MSFS and integrate it with the lighting and the depth that you get. Oh my goodness, it'll be something else. Woo. Look at that. I like it. I can't wait for 12.3, where the clouds and graphics are even more improved. Can't wait for that. Obviously, if you're looking at the ground and wondering why I have such good details, it's because of auto ortho, but still beautiful. Beautiful. Let's have a look at some flybys. That is so good. That is so good. That's good. That is really good. Ooh. Okay, we are out of the rough weather at the moment. Let's see how long that lasts, especially as we come into Philly. But it's gorgeous. It is gorgeous. Got all these thundercloud cells surrounding us. We're just in the clear for now. Okay, our top of descent is coming up already. So this isn't a long way to go at all. So we're already 40 nautical miles away from our top of descent. So let me bring up our FMC here. Let's have a look at our arrival data that we need. First of all, let's make sure our nav radio is in the right place, right? So let's go to radio here. Nav is set to 11015 and that's automatic from the FMC. I'm going to have to confirm that frequency here. Let's do that. Let me confirm our frequency as we come into Philadelphia. Oh, that is not the right frequency. That is not the right frequency. Okay, we're supposed to be landing into runway 27, right? And the frequency for that is 108.95. So let's go ahead and put that in 108.95. Let's do that. Okay, that is much better. 108.95 seems like the right thing there. We also have to make sure that our arrival information is correct. 27R, that is correct. So why did it give us the wrong frequency? Anyway, yeah, this is exactly what we want. Landing. We need to put in these speeds right away. So let's go ahead and do that because we are creeping up on our top of descent really quickly. Okay, landing performance, ladies and gentlemen, into runway 27 right at Philadelphia. Let's go ahead and take a look at the weather conditions as well. Landing weight, estimated landing weight at least. Let me have a look at it. Have a look at estimated landing weight. Estimated landing weight is going to be at 78,000. Yeah, it's supposed to be at around 78,000. So let's go ahead and put that in. Okay, 27R, F5, all up, no icing. Wind is, well, we changed the information. We no longer have live information running. It's fine, I'm just going to put in what I can. 220. 8 knots. Temperature currently, this information is going to be so wrong. 27, but I'm not worried about it at the moment. QNH is going to be so wrong. Okay, it's fine. Let's see what happens. 30.19. We're gonna compute that. Okay, we're gonna send that to the FMS there. Let's come here. Let's do that. Go back there. Okay, we've got all that set pretty much. Okay, this is wildly inaccurate, but that's okay. Topper descent coming up, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see, what is our final descent altitude here? If we go to our flight plan, and if we take a look at what we are looking for here, all right, fine. Okay, let's see what our final descent altitude is gonna be. It's supposed to be 2100. Okay, it's supposed to be 2100. We'll put that in as we come in for topper descent here. We go ahead and make sure that we're a little low there. Topper descent in under 20 nautical miles, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and take a final look at the cinematic view here before we come into descent, because that's coming in really quickly. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. We'll do that. I just remembered we forgot to turn off our landing lights. Well, it was fairly we're flying through a thunderstorm before, so it's not that big of a deal. I'm going to turn that off at the moment. I'll turn these off as well. Although we're literally at the top of descent now, so it doesn't make any sense to do that. Nonetheless, we're looking good, and top of descent is coming up really quickly. Let's put 2100 into our altitude here. 2100, okay? And I think there's a thing somewhere here to change the altitude. How do you do that? There is a way to do it. Ah, there it is. Yeah, it's this thing. Oh, come on. What are you doing? 2100. Thank you very much. Is it going to begin descending soon? Yes, it is. Okay, great. We're looking good. We need a more furious weather injection as we come into Philly. Let's see what the weather looks like. Let's see what it looks like. If the weather is not serious enough, we'll go ahead and manually inject some terrible weather, just to make the landing interesting as promised. We have begun descending. Brilliant. Brilliant. There was a hit there. Took a sudden bump. A little bit of a stutter there. I believe that is auto ortho loading in some information. That's okay. Not that big of a deal. Beautiful view as we turn into over Philadelphia. That's looking good. The head movements are a little exaggerated, aren't they? We can go ahead and remove a little bit of the head movement here. So we got natural movements, head movement. There we go. Yaw flight. Yeah, we can remove them up just a little bit. Fine tune that setting there to 40. There we go. We can put that at 40. Yawing during flight can come down to about 25. During taxi, we can make that 30. That's better. So this is, yeah, Lineage right there. That's the one that we need. Good. That is much better. Let's have a look at the cockpit, see what's going on. Our descent is going according to plan. That is fantastic. Our weather at the moment is still looking clear. It doesn't look like we're going to have any trouble coming into land at Philly. So we're going to have to manually input some terrible weather, which I'm going to do very soon. As we come towards 10,000 feet, I'm going to go ahead and input some touch of terrible weather there, just so we have a exciting landing to look at. And this is a terrible idea. I'm going to tell you that right now, guys. I have not practiced flying with this aircraft, okay? I have not practiced landing this aircraft since the last time I flew it. And the last time I flew it, the landing was not perfect. We're off to the side of the center line there, but let's see how this one goes. Okay? Isn't that gorgeous? Tell me that isn't gorgeous. Tell me that isn't gorgeous. Okay, we are passing through 10,000 feet, so let's go ahead and put our passenger signs on. Landing lights can come back on there. There we go. We need to put a fresh injection of some terrible weather for us. Auto brake can come to landing. There we go. That is good. That is good. Passing under 10,000 feet, trying to slow down at the moment. That is good. Yeah, we need to put a fresh injection of terrible weather, don't we? So let's go ahead and do this here. Customize, download real weather, manually enter weather. Let's try something that is that or this. Let's just try this once again. Oh, manual weather, please. Let's go right there. Done. Let's apply that. Let's see if it works. Okay. Not so sure if it did. I need to learn how to do more weather presets on X-Plane 12, huh? Okay, so far our descent seems to be okay here. Ooh, I can see that. Oh, this is gonna be tight. We need to slow down. We need to slow down. Every one of these views are just beautiful. They're all just great. Every one of these views. Okay, there we go. Hopefully some rough weather in our way. Let's find out. Let's see how things look like when we come into Philly. Hopefully it will be rough, but it doesn't look like it. Do I need to go ahead and select another weather preset, like convective or something like that? I don't know. Not so sure. Okay, that looks like rough weather. Maybe that's what we're headed into. $7,000 feet, still going at 250 knots here. I don't understand. We're supposed to be below 250. What is it doing? Yes, please. There we go. Let's activate our approach. That's a little late there. That's very late there for approach. Let's go ahead and put down our speed brakes there to help us descend. There we go. Speed brakes coming down right there. How long do we have? We don't have a lot of room here. 210 at OOD. We're trying to get there. Yeah, we don't have a lot of room here, but that's okay. Okay, we're in the rough weather now. There we go. I got what I asked for. Maybe I shouldn't have asked for it. I shouldn't have asked for it. Okay, it's gonna be a bad one. I'm gonna go ahead and put down our flaps here to position number 1. And there we go. We need to slow down even further. Okay, this is terrible. This is terrible. I should not have. No, I shouldn't have asked for this. I can't land in this. This is beyond my current X-Craft's jet capabilities. Okay, what am I gonna do? I don't know. I really don't know what I'm gonna do. Okay, I'm gonna have to lower my gear here to have a prayer at reducing the speed at the moment, because our speeds are... Oh, good lord. Okay, you know what? Let me try to put our flaps down to position number 2 here. Oof, that is not good. This is a bumpy ride. This is a very bumpy ride, ladies and gentlemen. We got too much gust. I was worried the weather was going to be too clear. And now look at oh no, oh no. We're about to make that turn. Good lordy. Look at what I've gotten myself into. Okay. Let's see how this goes, guys. Please don't be, oh my goodness. Legitimately nervous at this point. Let's go down towards flaps 3 here, and I'm going to leave it here, or maybe I'll go down to flaps 4, I'm not sure. Okay, that speed brake is no longer helping us. Ooh, that is something else. We begin to... Oh my goodness, that turn. Okay, let me get the approach mode here going. Localizer glide slope. Let's see if it can capture the localizer glide slope here. We're still in command of the aircraft. The V nav is doing its job. Let's see if we can capture localizer glide slope. If we don't, we have no hope of making this landing. Let's see. There is no hope. Where are the minimums here? We have it at 200. Okay, I think that'll do. Okay, let's see. Come on, give me the localizer and glide path. That's all I'm asking for. Okay, I'm gonna have to drop the. Okay, this is not good. I'm putting the speed brake down a little bit. Okay, just to stabilize things a little bit. What is the speed brake doing? What is the speed brake doing? Well, my controls don't work with the speed brake properly, do they? Oh, not this thing again. So, all right. Oh God. Altitude, come on. Okay, 150 still. Okay, we have some sort of visuals here. Let me have a look at the landing speed. It's supposed to be... Oh, okay, 23 and 18. Oh, good lord. Okay, let's see what happens. Come on, give me the glide path and the localizer, please. Okay. We're coming in. Okay, localizer caught. Where's the glide slope? Where is the glide slope? Get me to the glide slope. Oh my God, where is the runway? Don't tell me that's a runway ahead of us. That is the runway ahead of us. Any glide slope? Hello? Hello? I need the glide slope. Okay, you know what? Forget it. I'm going in. I'm going in. Autopilot.
Autopilot throttle.
Okay, I'm gonna go down. The flaps. I'll go down with the gear. Let's see if I can land this. My aircraft completely. I have no visuals. Okay, this is a terrible idea. In case you're wondering why I never became a pilot, this is why. Because I do stupid things like this. Okay. I can see the runway a little bit. Okay. Give it a bit of power there. We're coming in high. We're coming in way too high. Yeah.
Sync rate. Sync rate.
Sync rate. There you go. 1140. 1,000 feet. Ooh, no. Now is not the time for this. Okay, 900 feet. I think I'm going to catch up with the glide slope though. There we go. There we go. There we go. Come on. Come on. Be a good girl. There we go. That is much better. That is much better. I'm going to give it a bit of throttle there. I have no auto throttle, by the way. I'm just flying this by myself at this point. Come on, give it a bit of throttle. Come on. Little under now.
500.
500. Oh, God, 500. Okay, we're good. This head movement thing is not helping me.
Approaching minimums.
Okay.
Minimums. 200.
Proceed.
$100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Come on. Okay. Okay. Wait, did the reverse work? Okay, now the reverse worked. Sorry about that. I wasn't sure whether the reverse actually worked. My bad. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome. And I think we veered off to the side there once again because I was busy looking at whether or not the reverse engaged properly. Oh, God. Okay, whatever. At least we've made it. And welcome to Philadelphia. All right, welcome to Philadelphia.
Auto brake.
And yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at that landing replay as soon as I bring this aircraft off here. We'll turn it, we'll clean it up. There we go. Go ahead. Come on, give me... Why is my nose wheel steering not responding to me? I don't know why the nose wheel steering is not responding. There we go. That's much better. Flaps up. Gonna hold short here for a second. Okay. Go ahead and put that on there. That's how I lose my job as a corporate pilot as well. Okay, so before I do anything else, let's just go ahead directly to the landing replay here. How about that? It's gonna be fun, right? So let's go ahead and directly jump into the landing replay, see how we did, and yeah, let's have a look. Let's have a look, ladies and gentlemen, at how we did. Landing replay time. Let's go. Rewinding. Okay, hopefully we don't crash right now. Let's see. Oh yeah, we're good. Going back. Let's take a look. Okay. There we go. Let's see how we did. First landing replay. Obviously the approach was much bumpier than this. Okay, veered off again slightly to the side there, trying to figure out whether reverse thrust is actually working. But apart from that, I think that was okay-ish of a landing. That was better than the last landing though, and that too with bad weather, so I'm not complaining. Okay, let's check through that again. Let's look at that again. Come on. There we go. Should have touched down right there. Okay, very good. And then we should have turned the nose in, which I didn't do. I didn't put a rudder input there. I did not do that. But nonetheless, that is not too terrible of a landing. Drifted off there to the side, trying to fix the reverse there. But yeah, that is not too bad. Obviously, the landing replay does not tell you or does not show how bad the approach conditions were. This looks like it was just a normal approach. We both know that isn't the case. So here we are. Look at how bumpy that was. That was not very good at all. Let's go ahead and have a look at another landing replay from this view right here.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Yep, that's good. That is pretty good. go ahead and take a look at another view, perhaps the cabin from somewhere here. That'll do. Let's take a look at this one. Alrighty. Okay. Let's take a look at this landing replay as well. After this, well, I hope you guys really enjoyed that live stream right there. I'm going to take a look at this landing replay, and today we're not going to do a taxi or a shutdown because the taxi into Philly is going to be very long because we got to kind of make our way parallel to the runway, so it's going to take a long time. There we go. It's not too bad at all. So I hope you guys really enjoyed that flight. That was really fun for me. It was a fun little landing, fun weather. Obviously you can't see the weather in the replay, but that was really good fun while we were coming into land. Really nice. I hope you guys enjoyed it. So yeah, if you did, thank you so much. If you tuned in, thank you so much. If you don't mind, please leave a like. Do consider subscribing to the channel. And I want to thank Anas for being in the chats here with us today. Is anybody else there? Just Anas? Let me have a look. Yep, it was just Anas today. Thank you so much for being in the chat today, mate. I appreciate it. Once again, thank you for your continued support there. I'm gonna go ahead and leave this on a little bit of a landing replay for you guys. But yeah, that was fun. Okay, that was fun. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that big old bird. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it here for today's stream. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. I shall see you very soon. Do go check out my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in and have a wonderful evening. Have a wonderful evening. Okay? Bye-bye.